Hi students, in this video I want to discuss on the projection of hexagonal prism. So let us consider a problem. Hexagonal prism, 25 mm sides of base, 50 mm axis line, rests on HP or one of its corners of the base such that the two base edges containing that corner on which it rests makes equal inclination with HP. Draw the projection of the prism when the axis of the prism is inclined to HP at 40 degrees and appears to be inclined at 45 degree to VP. So coming on to the initial position, so since it's resting on HP, I have to start my projection from the top view, that is below XY line, and one of its corners. It is resting on one of its corners, so the corner should be on the right hand side. The second position is given with respect to HP at an angle of 40, so the axis is inclined to HP at an angle of 40. Coming to the third position, that is the axis is inclined to VP at 45 degree. They clearly specify that it appears to be inclined to VP at 45 degree. So appears indicates it is an apparent inclination. So no need to calculate the beta angle. So let us take the XY line. So I'm going to take the XY line. So make that as X and this one as Y. And I'm going to show the position, that is VP by HP. So once I'm done, I have to construct the hexagon. So I'll zoom the particular area. So now when you go for getting the hexagon, again you can use the same method of angle method. So I'm going to start from here. So it is 25 at angle of 0, 25 at angle of 60, 25 at angle of 120, 25 at angle of 180, 25 at angle of 240, 25 at angle of 240, 25 at angle of 300. So once all the things are done, so I'm going to select that and make that as 0.5 m thick, and I'm going to make that as a group. So now, so since the corner is on the right hand side, I can take this as an initial position because the problem is also asked it is resting on HP is one of its corners. If it is on the edge, if the edge is resting on HP, I would rotate this for a edge condition like this. So we're keeping one of the edge perpendicular to XY line. But for this case, it is a corner position, so I'm going to keep as it is. And now I have to find the center point. So join any of the two diagonals. So I'll go for trim of this. So this indicates the center point. So I want to name this one A in bracket A1, text option A in bracket A1, and this will be B in bracket B1, C in bracket C1, D in bracket D1. Similarly, this E in bracket E1, and this will be F in bracket F1, and this center I'm going to name as O in bracket O1. So project onto the XY line. Similarly, I'm going to project the axis. So axis height is given as 50. So I'm going to take the 50 mm at 90. Again 50. So 50 at an angle of 90. So at this point, 50 at an angle of 90. 50 at an angle of 90. Again, this height also I'm going to take 50 at an angle of 90. So lower also I'm going to join the base. So now this is axis line. So I want to make that as axis line. I'm going to select that and I'm going to make the thickness as 0.5 mm. So now coming into visible and invisible. So I'm going to observe from this side. A1 is visible, F1 is visible, E1 is visible, D1 is visible, whereas B1, C1 is invisible. So this point, so it will be A dash and this will be A1 dash. Coming to second, so F1 dash is visible, whereas F dash is invisible. Coming to the year, this will be, sorry, So it will be f1 dash in bracket b1 dash. Similarly, go for here, f dash is visible whereas b dash is invisible. Come to this point, e dash is visible whereas c dash is invisible. And this point, e1 dash is visible whereas c1 dash is invisible. And the last, so d dash, and this will be d1 dash. So at last you have to go for the axis. So axis will be o dash, and this will be o1 dash. So once you're done, select everything and make that as a group so that easily can rotate for the next position. The second position, the axis of prism is inclined to HP at 40 degrees. So take any one point over there. So I'm going to go for inclination as 40 degrees. I have to rotate this. So go for select this, go for move option with a copy. Select this point, that is A point, has to be on this line. Now I have to rotate this. So go for rotate angle. So go for rotate. Again, select this A point and keep on this. This is the one method. Or you can directly go for the position angle as 40, automatically rotate for angle of 40 degrees. But I have to show the inclination with respect to the axis. So I want to select the axis. I want to show the inclination as 40 degrees. Now comes going for the next position. When you go for the next position, I have to rotate, I have to project this onto the top view. So I want to go for the projection. So I want to take the first as the top face, which is near to the observer, that is completely visible. I'm going to take A. So I'm going to take F and B. I'm going to take E and C. And at last I'm going to take D point. So these are the projections. So I want to start from here. So A. So this point will be D and this will be A. Similarly, I'm going to go for this C and B. And from here it will be E and F. So now go for text option. So this will be A, B, C, D, E, and this will be F. So take the line and join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, and F to A. Select that and make line thickness as 0.5 mm. So this face is completely visible. So just I want to remove this line so that easily you can go for the next position. I want to take from here. So this is be D. Similarly, this will be C and this will be E. And I go for this B and this will be F. And this point will be A. So I'll go for text. So this will be A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, and F1. Draw the lines D to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, and F to A. So now I want to remove the lines which I used for the projection. So this is the two faces which I drawn. So now this face is completely visible and this face is partially visible. So the lowest point is A. So A to A1 when you want to connect will be invisible. Similarly F and B. So let me go for the first. So C to C1 it is completely visible. Similarly D1 to D and E1 to E, that is completely visible. So I want to select that and I want to make as completely visible as 0.5 mm and this also visible as 0.5. Now when I go for joining A to A1, which is the lowest one, that will be invisible. So that I want to select and I want to make as invisible and 0.5 mm thick. For that, which are the lines connected is this and this. So that also will be invisible. So make that as dotted line and 0.5 mm. The left dot is the axis. So I want to take O, project O onto this. Similarly, O onto this. So here, when you go for the joining the axis point, so axis point will not be visible because it is behind the visible and invisible edges. This will be O and this will be O1. So this is about the second position. Just I want to make that as a group. I want to keep that and make that as a group. So group that. So now coming to third position, it is appears to be inclined to BP. So since they given as appears, so they given the apparent inclination directly. So no need to worry about finding the beta angle. So directly I can go for the rotation. So the given angle is 30. So take 30 degrees from anywhere. So 30. So project the angle. So select any one particular point. So go for move option. Select this. So this point should be anywhere on the inclination line. Go for rotate now. Rotate. Same. This point and this point should be on this line. Or you can give the rotation angle also. So instead of drawing the line, you can remove the line also. You can select this. Go for move. Place. Go for rotate. Select this point and this point. You can give the rotation angle or position angle as. I can go over the rotation angle also 60 degrees. So it will be rotated for, sorry, not 60, it will be 30 degrees. So it will be rotated for 30 degrees. So both the methods you can follow. So now once you've done this, you can go for the angle between, select the axis and you can show the angle as 30 degrees. Now I have to rotate this. So once you've done the rotation, I have to draw the position. So when you're going to draw the position, so here first I'm going to take the lower face which is near to the observer, that is this having D and this is having N, C and this is having F and B and this is having A. So I want to start from A. So A is on the XY line, B is on the second line, C is on the third line, D is on the fourth line, E again it is in the third and F it is in the second. So once you're done, go for naming. So this will be A1 and this will be B1, C1, D1 and this will be E1 and this will be F1. So once you've done that, join that. So A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to A. Select all the 6 sides and make that as thin. So once you've done this, you can remove the lines or you can keep that. But if you remove the lines, so it helps you to identify the lines in a proper way and you can finish off the problems in a faster way. Later I can draw the projection lines. So second position, so this is having D, E and C, F and B and this will be having A. So I'm going to start from A. So A point, B is in second, C is in the third, D is at the last, again E will be in the third line and F it will be in the second. So go for text, name that. So this will be A, A dash and this will be B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash and F dash. So join the lines. So A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to A. So once you're done, remove the lines. The projection line has to be drawn at last again. Otherwise, you're going to lose your marks for the. So I'm going to join this. So when I'm going to join, I do to identify the visible invisible. As I said in the previous problem, when I'm going to join the lines, that is D to D1 or A to A1, if ever passes through the face which is visible, that should be invisible. So I want to join from here. F to F1, it will be away. Similarly, A to A1, which is going away. E to E1, which is away. D to D1 is away. So when I want to go for C1 to C, which is going inside. Similarly, B to B1, which is going inside. So I want to select that 1, 2, this, and this. I want to make as dotted line. So remaining all the lines will be visible. So select all the lines and make that as 0.5 mm. So to draw thickness, I want to take the axis, that is O and O1. From here again, this will be having O point and this will be having O1 point. Join that, select that and make that as an axis line with 0.5 mm thick. So go for a small dimension. So go for small dimension. Select this 25 and show the axis set as this, and that finishes the problem. So before going for the printout, you have to show the projection lines for all second and third position.